listening to Mammal After Dark. Madcast.
And welcome to another installment of Mammal After Dark, where demonic possession is 9/10 of the law. I'm your host, the Dark Mammal, and tonight we've just got Matt and the Derivative with us. And we're trying to get a hold of the Wombat, but he's at a wedding and he's on Skype phone. So I don't know how successful we're going to be at getting in touch with him. But we're trying.
Oh, he's not picking up.
It's weird. But anyways, we already had done this before, but now we're going to have to do it again because I didn't start recording until now.
Okay, so we are recording now.
So how are you guys doing now that we got to start this all over again?
Okay.
That about sums it up. Yeah, doing pretty good.
That was fucked. Yeah. We had a whole conversation about Juice's homework.
Fine. All right, you know what? I sent you a link. What the hell?
25 most disturbing sex toys. What are you looking at?
I don't know.
Jeez.
There's a pigtail butt plug.
Oh man.
It's got the little curly.
Wait for me.
I have no idea what I'm looking at. I don't know. I was just started looking shit up. Sorry.
Fours, bitch. Why? We'll find out.
Okay, so the Wombat left his Skype on at home, so he can't sign in on Skype at his other phone.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, so it's just going to be us.
Why don't you tell him
to go home?
Account.
Do what?
Make another account. Computer to computer, computer to phone is free.
All right, hold on. Let me tell him what both of you said. Matt says to go. Okay, hold on.
Go home is also a good option.
You don't need to be at a fucking wedding.
Yes.
Who the hell has a wedding on a Saturday?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly.
I would have my wedding on a Monday just to skip work.
I'd do like Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, just to make
middle of the week.
A little bit.
Hump day.
Yeah, hump day.
Juice says to make another account. I say get shit-faced, drunk, and forget about it. Yeah. He's going to get mad at what I say. He's like, you don't want me on the show anymore, do you? He's been saying that all week. You're going to kick me off the show, aren't you? Okay. Still calling you.
If you don't, if you stop not showing up, yeah, you're getting kicked off.
Monkey's kicked off the show for sure.
Son of a bitch. Going to play cards. What the hell?
We completely moved like a whole hour back just to, because that's when he said he could get on. So we completely changed everything for him. And he says, forget you guys, I'm going to go play cards. See, if we were houses, like if I was the House of Mammal and you were the House of Otter, and we had to rally to battle somebody, and we had to call you guys, you know, to like, you know, bring your troops so we can go battle, Monkey would not show up.
He would send a penguin.
He would.
I couldn't make it tonight, guys. Neither could my army. But here's a penguin. I hope you enjoy him.
It turns out badass. He shoots bolts of light from his ass.
Well, that would be a badass penguin.
That's what I'm saying. It's all like, you know that Sauron where he takes out like 10 people all at once with one swing? That's the penguin. Yeah, right. He wouldn't send nothing, man. He would send a gift package of sausages.
Or maybe a stuffed penguin.
Stuffed penguin. He'd send us that butt plug pigtail.
Nice.
He's driving home. I'm going to ask him how long. How long till you get home?
3 hours.
Yeah, about 3 hours, so we're just going to have to...
It was halfway across state.
Just like, I'm like disappointed that everybody's missing. That everybody's MIA. That's cool. I expect a day like this. This is going to be an hour. He says it's going to be an hour. I'll be like, the show's over in an hour. I know what. We can ask him questions now, and then later he can answer them, and we can edit him back in.
Oh, fuck you. I'm not doing that.
That just sounds like too much work.
Juice did plenty of work last weekend. Now he don't want to do any work this week. That's cool, though. Whatever. But, alright. Well, I guess we need to start getting the ball rolling, unless you guys want to postpone it and wait for later.
Don't matter to me. I mean, if they're... I don't know. How far is he out?
An hour?
Oh, it's not too bad, but... Damn, we pushed it back an hour for this a-hole. Son of a bitch.
For the car playing a-hole? Push it back an hour. I'm going to start calling him Professor X. Because he's a jerk-off.
All right. Fair enough.
You know, yeah, Professor X is kind of a jerk-off.
He only
Especially
acts
in the
that way
new one.
because he can't.
Do it. I know what you could do. You could prank call him. Dude, I'm sure he's got a phone on him. You don't got his number? Got his number somewhere. Just don't remember where it is. Or prank call that friend or that guy. What's his name? His brother-in-law, Matt. Prank call that guy. He goes, "Are you guys playing cards?" Well, I just want you to know that Sean has, and then bust out with like a stupid hand. I can see him through the window. He's that scrawny-looking fellow with the funky beard. That beard looks like an orgasm all over his face.
I come inside, but I'm afraid because you guys are all like manly and stuff, and they're all playing cards.
Yeah.
I don't do it as good.
Yes, thank you. I'll just sit out here with my warm beer and watch. Thanks.
You drinking warm beer? What the deuce?
No. Drinking shit beer. It's Miller High Life.
That's not shit beer. That's beer. That's the High Life when you
That's
don't.
a Miller fucking High Life.
Yeah, when you don't live.
But it's a Miller High Life Light.
Miller.
That just means you're a pussy. That doesn't mean
Yes, yeah, exactly.
better or worse beer.
There's that and Miller Light in the fridge. So
What's the worst beer out there? Seriously, what's the worst beer out there? Natural Light? Natty?
Yeah, Natty Ice, Natty Light. Yeah, that's some crap beer.
Did you know Natural Light was the first
Coors
beer
Light.
in orbit?
Really?
Yes, the very first beer in orbit was Natural Light.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yep, and made it back. I don't know how they found
Our
it. but-
government spends money on sending
No, it
beer
wasn't our
to the
government.
moon.
It was some private people. They got a weather balloon. They stuck some natty on there and took it to space.
There
They
you go.
came back.
First beer in space.
Yeah.
Natty Light. First beer
Before-
in space.
Before the first black man or the first Mexican in space, we had natty in space.
That's why rich people shouldn't have all that money.
Yeah.
Because they send beer to space instead of doing something useful with it.
I think I would send a clone of my penis to space, my cock and balls.
Why not?
Why not?
As long as it looks like that hybrid bat fucking...
Why would my penis look like a hybrid bat wombat thing?
I don't know. It's a chupacabra. It's Mexican, right? It's gotta look like that.
You know
That's what he
chupa
calls
means?
it.
I call it my little chupacabra. But that would insinuate that I fuck goats.
Well,
Well, that's
they
what
ate
chupacabra will suck goats. That's what it means. Chupa means suck. Cabra means goat.
Oh,
It's a suck goat.
go fucker.
You have to like switch it backwards though, because like when you make things in Spanish, you got to turn them around. So chupacabra would translate to goat sucker. See how it's backwards? Cabras would be the first. Never mind. It's complex. That's why you guys don't know Spanish.
You should tell the person sucking it to be the chupacabra.
But then I would be the goat. goats, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I could be a goat.
Goats are cool.
They're okay.
Like, bah.
They're okay, but they're not, part of the... they're not part of the schematic. The
devil's half goat.
the circle of life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're excluded from the circle of life. Oh, add obstinate panda.
Okay.
Obstinate panda. Outstanding.
OBSTINA E.
Hold on.
You know how to spell obstinate? Excuse me. You know how to spell obstinate? Oh my God, I want to puke. Ugh. Jesus.
What the fuck was that?
It was me puking. Obstinate panda.
Hold on. I'm trying to. Every day Skype changes. Skype's name.
You see another animal name that you are not.
Every day I'm hustling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
That's Sean. Every day I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm screwing my friends over. I love the guy, but jeez.
Obstinate.
Well, at least it's not his brother. You should meet his brother. He's like a Walking Dead thing. He's not really
One word? Okay. I think did I add him?
I'm afraid to talk about this Patent Protection and Affordable Care Act with the guy. He's gonna flip out. He's gonna blame everything on Barack Obama.
Yep.
Obama this and Obama that.
Oh, that was the,
Bush came before Obama. Bush fucked us over to begin with.
Well, he doesn't believe that. Bush
This is just trying to get shit back together.
He has a picture of George Bush on top of his television set, all framed, all nice.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Maybe Senior. I didn't mind Senior. I mean, yeah.
He's the one that
George
got
Bush, but I know, but
Ronald Reagan.
That's
That's where things were good. I went to his funeral.
How did you?
Yeah, I was there for his funeral. The only Mexican there. Everybody else is all white.
I was the one who tried to kill him.
You jerk! Don't even play with that, man.
Hello.
Go.
Hello?
Hello? Is this the Steve?
Yeah.
Your refrigerator's running. You better go catch it.
Oh!
Just kidding. Hi, Steve. It sounds like you're actually talking on a phone.
I am.
I know. It sounds like we're calling you from Bangkok.
Bangkok.
You said bang. How was the wedding?
You should
It was
stop
pretty
in
cool, man.
places and get like a man on the street thing for us. Just go into some convenience store and say, "Here, talk to these guys."
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm on the, do you remember the way you guys come up here on the 90, the thruway?
Yeah.
Whatever you guys call it. Yeah, I'm going like 75 trying to get home. There's no place to stop really. And once I get up here, I'm going to be going all the back roads. It's like, if I stop and see a deer, I could ask them.
All right,
Do it. Shoot him
Can you make
first.
helicopter noises so it sounds like you're in a chopper?
No, you can do that.
If I see a deer, I'm going to get him with the circle hand game too.
It was a buck.
Give us an on-site traffic report.
Yeah, Chopper Steve. Chopper Steve. That's awesome.
Chopper Steve.
Get to the chop up.
The Jews can put like chopper effects behind you.
Yeah, I was saying we need a. I was saying to Joe earlier we need a theme song, but I was thinking like everybody with their own kind of like pro wrestling, but it would take fucking forever to do the introductions, I suppose. If you have any more than two people.
Depends on if you could get together like a 10-second, 15-second clip, it'd be okay. Did you know that today's Phil Anselmo's birthday?
Oh no, I didn't. Happy birthday, Phil.
So I share a birthday with Phil Anselmo.
That's awesome. It's your birthday too?
Hey, did you know what the hell was it? 3 days ago was the day that that Marty and Marty traveled back in time?
Yeah.
Back to the Future?
Back to the Future, yeah. It's the date that he set in the car, yeah, in the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 2015. It's not 2012.
No, it was 2012.
2015. No, 2015.
There was an argument about this on Reddit where everybody was saying a certain day was a certain day, and it wasn't, but it was on the clock.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the day that they went to in the movie, but it was a day that they were. I think it's the day that they sent Einstein to. No, wait, no, that was just 2 minutes into the future, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he just went 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 2015. I already looked it up. I'll do it again, though, if I have to.
But it was on the dashboard.
Must be true.
Yeah, it was on the dashboard. It was 2015. Because I got all sad.
That's could have sworn it's 2012.
Yeah, it says, in short, always increments of 30 years, then 100. 1955 in the first movie, 2015 in the second movie, and 1885 in the third movie.
Oh.
So we still got 2 more years.
In 3 years, 3 days ago would be the...
We should celebrate with haiku when that happens. What is it? 575? Marty McFly in time went to the future 2015, but found he was gay. Yes, I did it. Well, he was kind of, not in the homosexual sense, but in that social, I suck sense. He was a loser. He was fired. You are fired! But anyways, so did you get drunk or not? You said you were going to get drunk. You don't sound like you're drunk.
Well, I got to drive home, man. I got my family in the car. I couldn't get too loaded.
Well, how come your wife would be able to drive? The obstinate panda.
Right now, he really is drunk, like really drunk. He just can't tell his wife that as he's driving them home.
No,
he's all swerving, talking to us.
I've already got to talk a couple times, like, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to stay in the lines. No, I'm fine. I don't know. What are you going to do, man? Like, she doesn't feel good, and we're not going to make her drive home, and I got this.
All right. Good man. I would have made her drive.
Nah.
I'm getting drunk tonight, woman. You're driving. I don't feel good. I got a headache. No, you're...
I have to go to a wedding. You have to drive home.
Well, normally, look, if they're flying out of town tomorrow, they're going to Louisiana and Texas. So if they weren't flying out of town tomorrow, we would have got a hotel room, or actually a room right in the place where the reception was, and got loaded and just crawled back to our rooms at 4 in the morning when the rest of my family is going to. But I don't know. Like I said, they got to fly out tomorrow, and it's a 2-hour drive just to the place, not to the airport, but to the place where my brother had his wedding reception. Like, they literally had it in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's a gorgeous location. It's a bed and breakfast, and there was like a real limited number of people, so like I felt real fortunate to be on the guest list because I wasn't invited to the first wedding. We all had a good time. The people that were there, like, just incredible. Like, I haven't seen some of them in like 10 years just to see their faces now, and they all got kids. It was just really cool. I'm really glad I went. I was thinking of making up an excuse why I shouldn't go, but in the end we went. I'm really glad we did.
And that was a touching moment from the Wombat.
Yay!
Because I was touching myself when I told you.
Oh.
I was touched. No.
I thought your kids were in the car. What is wrong with you?
It's dark out. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Kids, close your eyes.
It's dark out, man.
You hear the owl?
Woohoo! Woohoo! Hey, do you remember what I told you about not kicking you out and kicking Monkey out first?
Yeah, but I don't believe you.
No, he's out.
Why?
We pushed everything an hour back for the guy, and he goes and plays cards.
He might have a prior obligation that he didn't know about.
No, he didn't have cards. He agreed to this before he agreed to go play cards.
Okay, I talked to Mel via, Facebook this morning, and she said that, like, if we're going to talk at 10 o'clock on here, that's 3 in the morning for them, and she said they're probably not going to be up at 3 in the morning, like, ever. I told them we try to work around that somehow, so,
Yeah, if we got to put it a little earlier one time, if we know we're going to get them on, we just got to figure out the time difference and just do it, If we can.
At 10 o'clock here, it's 3 in the morning there.
Yeah.
Because she was messaging me this morning on Facebook, because she used to date my brother, so she's all like, yo, give him my love, and tell him we wish you could be there, and thinking, they don't. These are in jolly old England.
Jolly old?
They're fun.
They don't look too jolly.
They're drinking tea and stuff, man. You know how it is.
Tea and crimpets.
I'll say pip pip.
I'm drinking
Cheerio.
right now.
Cheerio.
Top of the morning to you.
Good morning to you. Oh, wait.
That's Irish.
Yeah, close enough. Hey, fuck it.
Fuck it, it's foreigners. Bastards. No, I wish you were at your computer so we could get into some crazy discussions, because you sound like you're in a phone. You sound like everybody else that's on the phone when they call into a talk show.
Well, then this will be the first interview for the show. It's a dry run.
So we're doing an interview with you? What do we interview? All right. We were going to talk about the what the hell was it called? We were talking about Back to the Future, but everything all changed. We were going to talk about the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, but I don't know. I don't feel like talking about it. Not now. Not today. That thing's a clusterfuck. But okay, all right. Well, who goes first? who asks? All right, go ahead. Oh wait,
we gotta backup plans for these things. What?
I gotta ask you something about derivatives homework. About derivatives homework.
Oh yeah.
I asked him about his homework. We were supposed to be recording this, but he tell me if this is a cop out or not. Right? He said he masturbated, but he masturbated out of his window. Does that count?
That's fucking awesome, yeah.
It does?
It's weird. I mean, who does that?
You said it was broad daylight too, wasn't it?
No, I had the lights on. It was like all dark with the lights on.
All they're gonna see is.
Fantastic. I never would have thought of it. That's great.
So that works then?
That's pretty.
Do you want to hear the other thing? I was gonna do it in the Tractor Supply store. But I chose not to.
Which section? Like the lawn garden?
Section. I was going to use the bathroom. I guess maybe I should have been thinking more outside of the box.
Outside of the box. You got to get outside of the closet, Juice.
Outside of the stall.
Anybody can go in the stall. Because you got the toilet there. It's easy. It's easy disposal. You know. I
want to do it off the top of a skyscraper.
Me too, man. I'm with you right there.
Wouldn't it
on a busy day,
kill somebody if it landed on them?
Oh, man, I don't know how bad I would feel about that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't know whether to laugh or be like, "Oh, that's a horrible way to go."
It would be like so.
How'd your father die, Billy?
Yeah, but
someone came on his
head. Load in the back of his head.
Think about how ironic that would be, though. Not only does it give life, but it kills.
This is gonna end up escalating, though. Like, it's gonna not just be like in weird places, but we're gonna start going for historical monuments. Like, I can totally see someone going to the Statue of Liberty and
one in right. Take that,
pyramids or something.
Well, we could all go to the pyramids and do it, and everybody can stand in the four corners.
Don't presume I'm going to be into something like that.
They all try to stop us. Like, no, this is how we say hello. Get away.
What the hell are you four guys doing back there?
We're summoning the powers that be. Now get away from here. This isn't meant for your eyes. They burn them out like that movie with Indiana Jones.
Could it be Indiana Jones?
What? No. Probably a giant version of Indiana Jones? Like huge, like Godzilla style.
No, I mean name of the movie.
What? I don't
Indiana
know.
Jones. That movie with Indiana Jones in it. I was wondering if it could be Indiana Jones.
No.
So
I think it was Willy Wonka.
Like Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got Indiana Jones in it. I forgot. Yes, travel through the Wonka.
I remember Willy Wonka running away from a giant boulder. Maybe a giant purple girl, but
It was a giant gobstopper. He had to replace it with a gummy bear. There was a gummy bear there, and he had a sack of chocolate coins, and he had to like think about it. And then the coins didn't weigh the amount of the bear, and then
You had a big chocolate skull.
Yeah, the everlasting gobstopper almost got him. But
I like the part where they're floating and they almost get shot up by the fan.
that's how it should have ended.
Bye, yeah, bye.
Sing it, Juice. Sing it. But yeah, but that was his homework. So that counts then. He doesn't have to do it no more. I thought that was kind of a cop out. I thought he had to like.
No, it was kind of a cock out the window.
How much is the cock out the window? What?
I call it an art piece.
Look, man, it's a good start. I would say that counts.
Okay. It counts. It counts, Juice. You're off the hook.
Yay!
All right, for now.
We'll find more homework assignments. That's what we need to do. We need to just make homework assignments.
Homework was never as hard when I was a kid.
Hard. You said it hard.
Your next assignment, you have to jerk off in a Prius.
Where the fuck am I going to find a Prius?
I don't know.
Doubled up the ante.
Either that or a confession booth at a Catholic church.
Same thing.
I've done that before.
Same thing. That's awesome. Oh, Steve, I got stung by a wasp. That wasn't there.
A white Anglo-Saxon Protestant?
Yeah.
Asshole.
I didn't know
You
that.
said wasp.
Yeah, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. That's messed up. Yeah, he wasn't there. He just put a lamp, stung my ass. It still hurts. I was cutting up tile, and I reached for a tile, and something stung me, and I pulled away, and there was a wasp stinger on my freaking pinky. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And then I looked around, and there was no wasp anywhere to be found. And so I scraped it off. I came upstairs, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was a wasp stinger. It was a ninja wasp.
Actually, I almost got stung on the taint. Yeah. It was damn close. I felt something. This was, I don't know, like 6 months ago or something. Went to sleep and I was just wearing a pair of loose shorts and I felt something crawling. You know, I thought it was my crabs, but apparently not. So I reached down and it stung the inside of my leg, but it was awfully close to my taint.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
How did they make it?
I had the window, the window was open. I think there was a hole in the screen or something.
I thought you said tank before.
Huh?
I thought you said tank.
No, taint. I'm sorry. I almost got stuck on my taint.
So your legs were like
tank.
So your legs were like wide open? Because I can't imagine a tank squeezing. I can't imagine a tank squeezing between your taint. Was the tank going in your taint?
Yes, it was already in my
coming out of your
taint. There.
Ow.
It was only an M1, A1, or whatever the hell.
It was an Abrams. Oh man, that's awesome. So
man, I went on a trip once, and we went to a diamond mine because there's diamond mines in New York, and it's just like a gimmick. Like the diamonds aren't worth shit because they're irregularly shaped, but they give you like this bag and they give you this, I don't know, like a big smashing hammer, and they say, here, go fill up your bags or whatever, and you can go. So you go and smash rocks, and sure enough, there's little diamonds all over the place, but I'm smashing rocks and smashing rocks and smashing rocks, and I'm thinking, man, why does I must have got like little rock bits in my shirt, because every time my shirt moves, like it hurts, like something's poking me. So I went on for like, I don't know, a half an hour, and I just got too hot from smashing rocks in the summer heat. So I went inside of the little building where they had like the souvenir shop where it was air conditioned. I'm kind of like pulling my shirt away from my chest and letting it back down to kind of like fan myself and cool off or whatever. I happened to glance down and see something black. It was a wasp. Thing stung me 17 times in the chest.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was just rock fragments, you know. So like I catch the thing in my shirt and I pull it off and I throw it. And I'm like, there's a wasp in my shirt. Well, the guy who I threw it
doing that, were you doing that? I got an insect dance when you took your shirt off.
Or no, I was doing like the Hulk Hogan thing. But yeah, the guy who went through the shirts, he was allergic to them.
Oh,
so
shit.
He did like an Indian dance kind of on my shirt with a lot of stopping and stuff. and then he cursed at me. I'm like, you're yelling at me? Like, look at my chest. Like, I got like 17 giant welts all over the front of me, and he's yelling at me about some trivial nonsense like being allergic to wasps. It's funny.
See, that's why I didn't know if I was allergic to them or not. This is the first time I ever got stung by a wasp that wasn't there.
Damn.
Actually, that's the first time I ever got stung by a wasp.
I've gotten stung many times. They like to sting me in the head. Little fuckers.
Really? Oh, I remember. I got
stung on my top lip. I got stung on the side of my head. Got stung in my ear. Yeah. Got stung right underneath my eye.
You need to quit trying to have sex with those things, man.
I'm so sorry. It was only one time. See, I don't know. He almost got me in the taint. The other times, I don't know what the hell, man. They just don't like my head. Sting that ugly motherfucker.
So your legs were like wide open when you got stung in the taint.
Yeah.
Or near the taint.
Why not? That's how I sleep.
Why not?
Trying to get some air to my balls.
You just walk bow-legged?
Yeah.
Like if you were a cowpoke.
Yeah.
With your legs all spread apart, all crazy. Anyways, we gotta get on this, we gotta start asking Steve questions for his interview. This is his interview. This is out of the blue, so I don't have any questions. Let's see. Let me get online and find some interview questions. Interview questions.
I'm actually doing the same thing.
We're so professional.
All right, here we go. 100 potential interview questions with some lady with glasses who looks like she's doesn't get it anymore. Let's see here. Let's see. What were your expectations for the job, and to what extent were they met? That's lame.
You can always replace job with wedding. He just went to a wedding, so. What were your expectations from the wedding? And
you know what? I should be a wedding planner. I should be a crazy wedding planner.
There you go.
I should make everybody's wedding a mariachi wedding. And just make it crazy. Everybody yelling and hooping and hollering and stuff. But then halfway through, it's gangsta rap. And you don't even know where that came from. You know what I mean?
And pyrotechnics.
Yeah, pyrotechnics. And wrestlers come in and raise their hands up and stuff. And like they're just generic wrestlers. They're not anybody real. And then the village people come in and do the YMCA, and then they get out, and then it becomes like a kind of a, after everybody's all rustled up and confused and freaked out, then it turns into like your traditional wedding, and it dies off, and everybody's drunk by then. But by then, everybody already Mexican had danced. It's ridiculous. And then I'll have pictures, and I'll send them out to people and stuff. This is you sucking on a piñata, stuff like that. But, all right, so, let's see.
We should do the show we should do the show someday from Monterey's on Mariachi Night.
Oh my God. We would never do it. All you would hear is just munching.
That'd be great though.
Like eating and una más. Somebody yelling something. All right, here you go. Here's a question. What have you learned from your mistakes?
Don't make them anymore. I don't know.
What did you like about your previous job?
Which one? The Army?
I don't know. Didn't you have a job? Weren't you like a truck driver or something?
Oh, that's what I do now.
So what about the job before that? Was the Army? You haven't had a job since then?
No, I worked at this other place that made military parts for 7 years, but there's nothing I liked about it. It was just, I don't know, it kept me indoors. It paid my bills. I had health insurance, vacation, all kinds of cool shit. But the other stuff you had to put up with just to get to that point, I don't know, it just wasn't worth it after a while. And my GI Bill was going to run out, so I use it or lose it, and I didn't want to lose it. I put money into it, and I didn't want to pay for school. But I just put on that, and I graduate in January, hopefully.
Congratulations. You talking about your GI Bill?
Yeah.
Oh, when was that? I can't believe you guys hadn't used that, man. I scared Monkey into using his.
I'm using mine now.
That's good, man. If I had known that you had it and it was going to lose it, I would have got mad at you too. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money to just lose.
Oh, I lost mine.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, I fucking spent 7.5 months in jail, so.
Yeah, but you're upgrading that. Didn't it when you were filled out or something, or? That's what you said your last time, or maybe another time we talked on the phone that you were upgrading that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my discharge, yeah, was, but still, I mean, it's way too late for that now. I mean, if I would have done it maybe, I don't know. Shit. What year is this?
I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could have made it. I'm sure they can make it retroactive.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll ask them when I get it done. It's just been a pain in the butt trying to do, but I was mainly trying to do it so I can get my damn firearms ID card, which they won't give me because of that. I'm guessing that's the only thing I have.
I don't understand why they wouldn't give you a firearms ID card because you have a dishonorable discharge. What does that have to do with you having a gun?
It's not even dishonorable either. It's general under other than honorable conditions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what it has to do with that. Like,
that's the only thing I can think. That's the only thing I can think of because there's nothing else. There's nothing else I did that would deter me from getting that. It's the only thing I can think of, and it's kind of a reason they gave me. They were looking at my when they ran the background check and everything, but I was like, oh, it's kind of dumb, but all right.
What did they tell you? They didn't tell you anything? They just said,
that
you
was
can't
it. When I went up after I got the letter that they declined me, I went up and talked to them at the municipal building, and they were talked to the chief, and that's what he said basically, just because for my running the background check and that being on my background. Now, if I would have went, I probably could have gone to court within 30 days, and they might have done something about it. So now I'm just going to try to get my discharge upgraded and then reapply for it. It should work. I already have a gun. I just got to get in my name.
Wow, some of these questions are ridiculous. It's behavioral interview questions. Like, if people ask me these questions and I had to answer them honestly, I would never get the job.
Oh, yeah, I hate them. Go ahead, ask them.
One of them was, what was the most difficult period in your life, and how did you deal with it? My answer, when my dad died, I drank the shit out of myself and just, laid on the floor for several months.
What's playing on the radio?
My son's CD, he's got, it's a mixed CD that we made for him. He's got Black Eyed Peas and some guy called Teo Cruz, because he said it would help him sleep on the way home, so I bought it, and he's still awake.
He lied to you. He's all gassy.
He owes me, man, but he's got it working. You would not believe how many tables he walked up to today and was like, hey, look what I brought to the wedding, and he got him with the circle hand game, like on his own.
Oh, God.
He got my brother, and he got my brother that got married, my other brother that was there. He got my aunts. He got people that didn't even know that weren't even part of it. All of a sudden, they're just like, oh, you're not expecting that from a 6-year-old, but he got him. I was
That's
proud
awesome.
of him.
Your brother punched me when I got him.
He punched me today too.
That's messed up.
Like he was walking around after they get married or whatever, and they're in the reception, they walk around and greet people at the tables or whatever. And I reached out and he thought I was gonna shake hands with him, but I didn't. I just circle handed him, and he fucking punched me in the ribs, man. Not even gently either. I was like, ow.
Yeah, that's not how the game works. You're supposed to punch him, but we don't.
Yeah.
All right, tell me about a time where you had to deal with conflict. No, wait, that's not the one I want. Let me see. Give me an example of a time you did something wrong. How did you handle it?
Something wrong, and how did I handle it? Well, this one time in the Army, I was trying to sleep. I've been up for a long time. And this guy came in and started trying to flashlight my eyes and trying to steal my own rucksack underneath my own cot.
What a dick.
And he was like, so I told him I'd kill him. That's how I handled it.
Oh, yeah?
Now we're pretty good friends.
That guy sounds like a douchebag. Fuck him.
He is a douchebag. I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Sergeant Singer.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, Juice, this is for you.
Uh-oh.
What assignment was too difficult for you, and how did you resolve the issue?
Jerked out a window.
Oh man, that's funny. We saw that coming.
Especially if you were standing outside.
So did the neighbors.
Is it raining? What's going on?
I'm just spitting.
Oh, man. No, before, I forgot to hit the record button. We went on this entire rant about what happened to a seaman when it hit the ground. That was awesome.
The spiders and
Mutated spiders.
ants fighting with the semen.
It was all
crazy.
Sparta. Attack, men, attack! They think they can take us from the heavens, but they are wrong!
Just from above.
I bet you if you jerk and toss on a car, people would just think it was bird shit and try to clean it with their windshield wipers.
Jerk and toss, like a real jerk and toss. I can't believe that's in the dictionary, man. You've made history. Well, the guy from Silence of the Lamb made history, but you executed it.
I just remember, like, Matt doing that behind Sergeant Cabot's back. Like, pretty much every time Sergeant Cabot spoke and would turn around, there was a jerk and toss.
Yeah, he was kind of a douchebag.
You know, I just thought of something.
I don't know, I didn't mind. He was alright. Yeah, I did give him some shit, but...
I just thought of something.
You guys didn't make it easy on him, in all fairness.
No.
I just figured out the perfect reaction for the jerk and toss. The oh my eye. Oh, you got me in the eye. And then, like, ham it up, too. Oh, you, oh, my eye. Oh, run around, hit shit, touch girls' boobs. Just go crazy with it. You got me in the eye. Everybody's like, I didn't really do it.
Well, something came off your hand. What the fuck?
What the fuck was that? It's like acid. It burns. Oh, my goodness. I can't see no more. Can you see? Open up your eye and have them look in there and then headbutt them when they get close. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Headbutt. Let's see here. Let's see. Another question.
How do you feel about cannibalism?
How do you want to improve yourself in the next year?
Who's that to?
That's whoever wants to take a Matt. Do it.
Alright. Fuck. How do I want to improve myself in the next year?
Such a chore.
I have no idea. I guess not be fucking broke all the time, have my goddamn bills paid off, and be able to relax. Wouldn't mind finding a job that I like to do. Yeah.
What do you like to do? That's another question.
Masturbate out windows.
Yeah, come on. Not everybody likes to masturbate on windows.
I don't know, man. I think you should trademark that because I've never heard that before, and I think it's awesome. That totally counts, man.
Masturbating out windows.
Like, how do you top that? Unless you're doing it like in daylight.
I bet if I type it in Google, I'll find something.
I could do it out of skyscraper.
A window. See, a skyscraper
That would
would be
top
perfect too.
Yeah, but I don't have access to one.
Ooh,
while you're skydiving. Oh.
And you'd have to
Then
be
you
pretty
hit
quick.
yourself in the face.
Here we go. Somebody's
gotta turn to this. No, you can fall. You can go down backwards.
Oh,
Yeah, but you'd almost need a fluffer on the plane, man.
All right, check it out. Check it out.
All right.
This is Yahoo Answers. One of the questions is it wrong to masturbate out the window? I live on the 8th floor of an apartment block. I casually throw rubbish and sorts out the window. However, my girlfriend is away, and I do not want to cheat, so I need to masturbate. I know this sounds weird, but the feeling I get from the rush of cool air makes it much more satisfying. Is that what happened to you, Juice? Did the cool air on your balls, did it work?
There wasn't much of a breeze that night.
If
Also,
that's the case, wintertime must be great.
oh man, You know what? You could use that the icy hot in the wintertime.
I know a guy that happened to, man. When I was overseas and I was in the NCO Academy, we were like, this guy, Sergeant Q. Listen, man, he had to give PT, but he had pulled his groin that day on a run. I mean, if you didn't give PT properly, like if you had a profile or anything, like they just kicked you out. There's no second chance. This isn't Fort Bragg drill and ceremony. This is like real Army. This is how you become a sergeant. You're giving PT ceremony up there. How bad you hurt, right? So no problem. He gets some icy hot at the shop at, and he goes up to his room. We're all in our rooms till, all of a sudden you hear this screaming like somebody's getting their guts pulled out, right? So like there's like 20 of us on this floor, and we all jump up and we go running toward the south because we really thought someone was getting hurt, right? Sergeant Q got the icy hot too close to his balls, and he's underneath the spigot in the shower with cold water, holding his junk up and splashing the rest of his junk with this freezing cold water, and it didn't work. Like once it hits your skin, you're screwed. And he was in some pain.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't mean icy hot. I meant that other stuff, the lube, with the
Astroglide.
Not the cheap stuff. The other
like KY.
It's KY jelly. That's stuff that's got like winter breeze or some bullshit. I don't remember what it's called.
No. There's like a lotion you can put on that, like it heats up if you breathe on it. I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Carry on.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called though. It's like winter breeze or cool air or minty fresh or some bullshit like that.
That warming shit they put on condoms.
Yeah, I've tried that stuff. It's cool. It's pretty good. Like it. It's kind of embarrassing though trying to get some from the store, so I don't do it too much. I use it for whenever, masturbation, sex, whatever. Doesn't matter. Like I've had relationships where the girls don't like it, so I just use it on myself. So it's all good.
No, she's while she's sleeping.
Use it.
All right, well, can I ask you a question then? Since everybody else got the excellent interview question, I was going to hold off on this, but
who you
I'm going to run it by you guys first.
All right.
It's a serious question too. If you went camping and you woke up and your ass was covered in KY jelly and real sore, would you tell anybody?
I've already heard this before.
How did your ass get covered in KY?
No, it's a yes or no question, man. Like, would you tell anybody if you woke up and your ass was sore and covered in KY jelly?
I would be asking questions. Like, I don't drink, so I don't get drunk the night before. So I would be curious. I would really like to know what the fuck is wrong with my ass.
You mean who the fuck?
It could have been what
was in my ass.
See, you're not gonna get a straight answer from these guys. They're thinking men.
I already know it's a trick question. You fail one way or the other.
Yeah.
With a yes or no. So I'm going to answer yes, and Juice, you can answer no.
Well, I was going to
answer. I'll answer maybe. And it looked like I enjoyed it at the time it happened.
So you're not supposed to psychoanalyze it like this. You're supposed to say no. And then I say, well, do you want to go camping? Because usually when people are put on the spot like that, they're like, no. Because especially with the guy, they're like, no way. Then you say, like, oh, you want to go camping then? And then they're like, ooh.
I mean, you're embarrassed of our relationship? You wouldn't take me camping then? If I would tell other people that you fucked me in the ass? I would tell everybody.
Have a segment where you try to tell a joke and we just totally fuck it up on it.
It just happened.
We just did.
We just totally fucked up this joke. Second hell.
Let's make a jingle for it.
So we had two neutron particles.
Well, I don't know. Like, now that you know the joke, you're part of it. So you can, next time when we do a real interview, we can really get someone on the spot. Like, everybody can be like, yeah, no, I don't think I'd tell. Because you can kind of do the crowd control thing, or like, like peer pressure. Like, yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody. So they'd be like, no, I wouldn't say a word. And then we could all say, well, you want to go camping with us? Or something like that.
Then I'd probably get all serious and somber. So, like, were you raped when you were a child? And then
they're like, yeah. Or they're like, oh, they got us.
Shit.
Damn. So are you fucked up because of that, or did you like it?
Did you like it? Not at first, no.
Not at first. I warmed up to it after a while.
After about 3.5 minutes, I was all right.
After the first couple of weeks, I was just a little bit uncomfortable.
You could see where my grades dropped.
The hemorrhoids weren't fun.
That's nasty. You boys are nasty. Oh, gross. I told Steve a joke on the internet. That was stupid. Without the voice tone inflections. Funny Steve, or did you thought I was stupid? That joke I told you about the Vaseline? Steve!
What? Hang on. I'm about to go through a toll booth. I'm gonna hear. You want to talk to my wife for a second?
No, talk to the guy at the toll booth.
Hey,
No.
hey, if you're on death
I gotta
row,
turn in a ticket and give him money and stuff. So hang on a second.
all right.
Hold on.
Wanna
Here,
ask-
talk to Kim for a second.
Hello?
Hi, Kim.
Hey.
How do you like working as a toll booth person?
How do I... Stupid, Bill.
I have a question for you, Kim.
What's that?
Who has impacted you most in your career and how?
My career? I work in a factory.
Yeah, who has impacted you most?
Obama.
Stupid Obama.
My taxes keep going up.
How do you feel
That's
about
true.
taking no for an answer?
Taking no for an answer?
Yeah.
That's a question for Steve.
Well, how do you feel about taking no for an answer?
She doesn't.
I don't.
What's she saying? Come on, man.
Fuck you.
She doesn't feel anything about it?
No.
Did Steve tell you that you're on a talk show right now?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Sorry.
9 years, right? He knows better.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Apparently not.
Okay, here's
No.
we got this list of questions we're asking Steve, and since you're taking his place, we have to ask you these questions, all right?
Oh, God.
Okay, who are your heroes?
Who are my heroes?
Yeah. You can't say Babbitt.
I don't know. I don't think I have a particular hero. Steve says it's Edward Cullen.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about working for someone who knows less than you? That's the
You
Army.
know, that happens every day. I work, they're all idiots.
Well, how do you feel about it? Does it make you mad?
Well, it does. Because apparently I'm not fucking the right person, or I'm not related to anybody there, so... Get the short end of the stick, even other redneck idiots.
Is that the kind of job you have to work at? You have to work at a job where, like, if you're fucking somebody, you get promoted?
Yeah,
Or nepotism? I like that word.
that's why I'm not promoted.
Wow. You should, like, trick somebody that you're going to pretend to fuck them, and then, like, get it on camera, and then bring it on this show.
Right? Pretend to fuck them and then get promoted.
That'd be awesome.
No.
Then you could get promoted because you could threaten them and say you're going to put it on Mammal After Dark if they don't settle down. They'll be like, well, it's Mammal After Dark. And then you'll be like, you're just going to have to tune in to find out. Bam!
They're on
Win-win.
Yeah, that would win.
Win-win. It's a win-win right there. They don't get sex. You get promoted. We get another listener.
There you go.
Popsicles all around.
I'll get right on top of that, too.
Well, that's the only
You know
way
what I
you're
mean?
going to make it in this world is getting on top of something.
Apparently. There you Steve.
Hello?
We just helped your wife out big time.
Oh, yeah?
So how do you feel being a toll booth operator? I guess this just isn't going to happen, huh?
You really wanted.
Joe, I'm driving,
So nice. I get to work by myself and see lots of
I'm
people.
driving by Bozana's right now.
Oh,
Pick up a pizza.
I think they're about to close.
Oh, you should go in there and interview them. How do you feel about making freaking ridiculously awesome pizzas?
How do you feel about me ordering 50 pizzas right now while you're about to close?
I would. We could do a show from there while we eat.
Go ahead. I'll listen to you and salivate. All you hear is
Wow.
pizza. I love pizza. Let's see here.
You never hear anybody going, pizza? God, ugh.
Ugh. Ugh.
I didn't have any in like 10 months, man.
Why is there fuzz on a tennis ball? That's one of those questions. That's a job-getting question.
Why is there fuzz on a tennis ball?
Why is there fuzz on a tennis ball?
It did not shave properly, or with a sharp enough razor. Because it's stuff kind of like the beret.
No, there's fuzz. I don't know. How would you answer that if your employer asked you that question? These are actual questions that employers have asked people.
I would probably say, "Are you fucking retarded?" And I wouldn't get the job.
The fuzz on the tennis ball is to absorb dog saliva when you're playing catch with your dog.
I would say the fuzz on the tennis ball is to absorb the impact of the tennis racket as it's hitting velocity, which creates a subsonic wave, which enables you to thoroughly control the ball's actions and angles as you hit it to the other player.
Yeah, I would say that too if I looked it up on Wiki.
How am I going to look it up on Wiki? I'm just looking at the questions. I don't have it on Wiki. What?
Yeah, I don't have the entire internet in front of me.
Yeah, well, that obviously sounded too smart for you. That's what you thought. I found it on Wiki. Because I can talk smart if I want to.
It sounds like you're just reading it off.
Shut your poop hole. Listen to this. If you could choose one superpower, what would it be and why? I'm going to answer that real quick because I think that maybe... Okay, there's two powers that I would like, but I can only pick one. But I'm going to say the two powers, but I'm going to say the one I want. The first power is force push, because you can do anything with that. You can make a force field around you. You can just... everything.
Do you mean like just the force push or like the whole psychokinetic
telekinetic? Yeah, telekinetic ability. Because you could fly.
There you go.
You could like launch yourself up in the air, and as you're coming down, launch yourself up again, and you could just keep doing it over and over. People get close to you.
So basically, you want the force.
Pretty much. Just the force.
Cool, yeah.
Not the force. Just the force. Just the force.
Well, that's the entire force for the most part.
Yeah, really.
It's
just the manipulating of objects.
Well, I do that with my penis every day. Does that mean I can have force? Okay, and the second one is invisibility, but not just invisibility, like straight up invisibility. Like I want to be able to go through walls, and when I'm next to people, they can't sense me and they can't hear my breath or nothing. And
so
if
you want to turn on like wall clipping.
What?
Like wall clipping.
Wall clipping. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Game cheating stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
would they be able to smell you though? Like, what if you busted ass right next to them?
It's complete invisibility. They can't detect you.
Yeah, but I'd want stealth for it. So I'd want to make sure I ate something really nasty and just kind of walk around. And
I mean, can you turn it on and off? I mean, could you sneak in there and then turn it off, fart, and then turn it back on?
Yeah. You also have the ability to, if you touch something, it disappears. So you don't have to get naked to be invisible. Your clothes just disappears automatically. And like you said, you know, like if I want to get next to you, I want to cut some wind. That's possible.
That would suck if you had to do something for show and tell.
But it wouldn't.
Hey, look at this cool thing I got, and you're just holding out your hand. It's all.
Ooh, it's floating. It's scary. No, man. I mean, then okay, and then you wouldn't leave footprints and stuff like that. And then I would make like candid porn all the time. Or murders or whatever. I'd be like a pornographer /
would you start
detective.
questioning whether you were like whether you existed or not?
I do that anyway, so what does that matter? All right, who's next? Once either superpowers.
I'll go. There's
Okay.
two I wanted to, but there's one, like you said, that invisibility thing was always kind of something that would be cool for me, just to stealth around and see things that you normally couldn't see. The second one would be, and I don't know not sure the exact word for it, but it's the ability to force others to see things through your eyes, like experience what you're feeling or whatever for that moment. Or
why do you want to kill them?
Huh?
So
Why do you want to kill them?
You want super empathy?
Yeah.
No, it was
Oh, Steve, I think if I saw anything through your eyes, I would die. Like, instantly. Like, after the first 5 minutes, I would decay. It's just...
I think it'd be a pretty cool thing, man, to be able to, like for example, the discussion we were having the other day about things, like, if I could make you see what I see and feel what I feel, you might understand it a little bit. You're curious as to what made me think or how I was thinking. That would be the perfect way to bypass all that, and you would just know. You'd be like, oh, okay, I understand why you're an asshole now. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be that much easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a superpower. That's romantic comedy.
It's better than Twilight.
You're just jealous, man, because you didn't think of it.
Anything's better than Twilight. That's
there's one along that lines that would be just being able to. Well, I guess I would even go along with. Nah, that'd be kind of thrown in with the Force, I guess. I was thinking of being able to make somebody see something that's not really, whatever you want them to see, kind of
illusion.
Yeah, basically. Just kind of false memories or false. They're not seeing something, but they think they are, and
so would that
whatever
be
hell you want them.
Or would you have to touch them to do that?
I don't know.
No, you just project it, right?
Could you just project it? Just sit there and project it and look at them and be like, "You are now seeing a penis flying through the
Yeah.
It's like the guy from X-Men, the one guy's kid. I think it was X-Men 2. He was making...
shit,
yeah. Yeah, the guy with
that.
Yeah, he was all plugged into shit.
Yeah.
It had his head cut open and shit, and they were using him to...
Yeah, they were, like, extracting juice from him and, like, tripping on people's necks and forcing them to do things. And he was making Xavier seem like he could walk at first or for a little while. And it was, like, kind of fucking with him. But, yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Okay, I know I saw... Oh, and you know what? I just thought it's one other fucking movie that I just saw, well, fairly recently, called Push.
Oh, yeah, that's a great flick.
I was just thinking about that when, as I was fucking saying it too, they had the couple people that could actually do basically what I was just fucking talking about, so that's probably where I got the idea. Alright.
What about warping? You can warp anywhere you think of. As long as it's in your imagination, that's where you can warp.
That's like Jumper.
But if I fucked up the memory, I don't want to, like, warp into a tree.
Well, that's why you don't
What if the surroundings change, or what if they put up a new building and cut down, like, this fucking forest that you were going to go to that you were at, like, years ago?
Or
so
like
you went
there's a
up in the
fly.
middle of a concrete wall.
Oh, man. Then you would be fucked. You know what I would do? I would warp all the way up into the sky and let myself fall and then warp back down again.
Yeah, that might work.
Right before I hit the ground.
You still, like, risk warping into a fly.
A jet?
Yeah.
You just got, like, a fly in your chest, like, in your heart. You just
Oh,
die,
man.
and then you come back out. It's like,
No, it would probably be like the type of situation where you would like a reverse Big Bang, where everything just warps. You just go inside this like black hole, and then when you warp out to the other side, you warp out, which everything that's around in that
kind of like
area would
like a push out of force.
Yeah, it would be pushed out. Yeah. So there was if you were in like maybe it would probably possibly even work for brick walls. I mean, we are warping reality here, so you would just warp all the brick out of the way, and you would be stuck in brick, but you would still be able to warp out of there.
So more like controlling portals rather than warping.
It's still warping.
Yeah, but I picture warping as going poof. I warped there.
Well, it could
portals. You got to go poof. There's a portal. I'm going to walk through it.
Well, you don't walk through it. You are the portal. You can take people with you. Hold them hands, and then they warp, and they get sucked in your portal.
Kind of like
and then you can drop them from space and watch them burn on the head.
One of the mutants.
Bunch of baby ducks. Send them to the moon.
Have you seen the new X-Men movie, The First Class?
Yeah.
The red guy. Fucking what the hell's his name?
I don't know. The devil.
He's got the tail and shit. And he does that. He'll teleport, and he was dropping motherfuckers. He'd grab them and then teleport them all the way up, 500 feet up in the air, and then teleport himself back down to the ground while they're falling 500 feet out of the air. And
that's awesome.
Hit the ground.
I would
you just heard it. At the one point, you just heard it raining bodies. I was like, oh, it's fucking awesome.
I would warp to a bucket of popcorn and watch it. All right, Juice, it's your turn.
I always kind of dug shape changing. Like anything, like you could adjust your mass or just anything. You could just shape it. Poof, I'm an elephant. Poof, I'm an inchworm.
A leprechaun. Would
Poof,
you ever?
I'm your mom.
Oh no! I was about to ask you. Would you ever warp into a hobby? Would you ever morph into a hot chick? But never mind. You chose my mom instead. Gross. I would warp
The other
into
thing I
your
was
mom.
thinking of was just the ability to instantly absorb
Could you
information from.
Could you turn into anything though? Hold on, let's stick to this morph thing. It's interesting. Could you turn into anything, or would it have to be something that's already created?
I would imagine it would be anything that could be left to my imagination.
So you could, you could transform
Leprechauns, Bigfoot,
anything.
Nessie, the Loch Ness monster.
And you would gain the abilities whatever you was turned into.
Spider-Man.
What about size? Would size be?
Yeah,
Does size matter?
You can expand your mass.
So
unfortunately, size does matter.
So you could morph into a 100-foot penis?
Sure.
With wheels.
Maybe. I haven't tried it yet.
Or a penis submarine.
Well, that would be easy enough. I mean, I could use the balls as little propellers.
Oh, Jesus. A space rocket penis submarine go-kart.
I can't breathe outside of the atmosphere.
That's your only drawback?
Yeah, that's my weakness. I can't breathe in space.
I think with my force power, I'd be able to make a ball around me of oxygen, and I could go there temporarily, depending on how big my ball is.
So, I could go out in space with you as a giant penis, and we would be a giant penis in a ball.
Yes.
It would be like super magic penis ball.
Yes. And we would go to different planets and save people. They would see a giant penis.
Do you really think people would want to be saved by a giant magic penis ball?
I think they would. I think they would look up and say it was God.
Like, I can't imagine, like...
What if it's a planet's prophecy? What if it's like prophecy from a planet?
It sounds like a really bad Godzilla movie.
It's
no, Godzilla. Okay. Here come magic space monkey bald cock thing.
The Mexican writing it. Like they would know what a Mexican is on another planet. And if they did, I would flip. You guys know what Mexicans are on this planet? Holy shit.
God damn it, I hate Mexicans.
He's cutting my fucking hedges.
The aliens.
Redneck goes to Mexican planet. That's awesome. That would be an awesome movie right there. Oh, man. I'm going to write this.
So that's why they call them aliens. I didn't know the meaning was literal.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was figurative.
That's awesome. Oh, man. Well, I think that's all the time we got for today. You guys get out. What? Oh, man. Well, our hour is over. So, is there anything else you guys need to talk about before we
I just
eject?
want to warn people to watch the skies for flying sombrero spaceships.
Flying peanut sausages. Flying sausages.
No, we're the hero, man. They don't have to be afraid of us.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Mexicans.
So we got our superhero team. We got Invisible Force Push Man. We got Mind Meld. Seeing things through my eyes, dude. You would make people cry.
We got magic cock in a ball.
We got the magic cock and balls.
That's what happened when we combine our powers.
What was yours again, Matt?
The mind melt thingy. Fucking here. Do this and all. Yeah.
Okay, but yours is okay. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I understand. Okay, Steve would have someone empathize with him. It would be like super empathy, right?
It's not empathy for me. It's empathy for everybody. Like, I could make
anybody see what the other person saw with just like
by projecting. Like, I can make, if you're just like, man, what is that idiot thinking? Like, say there's a guy driving stupid in front of you, you could, like, say, oh, okay, he's on the phone and it's just found out, like, his cat died or something. You'd understand, okay, so I'm going to excuse him for driving a little bit weird and not get all road rage on him. But it could be for anything.
That is deep down, that's an amazing power. That could probably bring peace to the world.
It probably could. I was thinking, but could you do it to other people? Like, if me and Juice were fighting, could you make us empathize?
I could. That's why I was using that example, man. Like, you and I talked in religion the other day. I could, we might not change each other's minds, but I could be like, oh, okay, well, I totally get why you think the way you do, and I understand that, and it makes sense now to me, or whatever. And you could say, you could do the same thing. You're like, all right, well, I don't agree with you, but okay, oh, wow, that happened? Really? Shit. All right, well, I get it, man. I understand why you believe it. You believe it. And it would just, like, there would never, I mean, I'm all for a spirited discussion or debate, whatever you want to call it, but, like, it's you asked me the question, I answered it the way I wanted. That's the power I wanted to tell the little kid to make people see with the other guys,
Okay.
So that's my...
All right, so yours would be, is that the only one? I guess we're going with two.
Well, the invisibility one that you said, because that's just
okay.
Great.
Like total invisibility or just being invisible?
Just wants to watch naked ladies.
The same thing you said, like where you can just basically stealth and undetected anywhere, and because people act differently when they don't think they're being watched. So.
Yeah. That way people don't feel like somebody's watching them over their shoulders. It's like somebody's watching. Do you feel that? What? Somebody's watching me. And
I love the whole thing about ripping ass too. I mean, just because you could imagine the fun you could have with that. Like,
you have any superpower in the world. What do you want? Stealth farting.
Well, yeah, because imagine like the fun you could have. Like, you go to a movie theater and a guy takes a girl on a date for the first time. You could use my empathy power to say, oh, I really like her, and she's like, oh, I really like him, and then go tear ass in between her so each one thinks the other person did it.
That's awesome. Set it all up so where it's all badass, and then ruin, and then shatter their everything.
Yeah.
That's
or you
amazing.
could just have Matt control her mind, and she could fuck all of us.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I thought about that. I thought about mind control.
Theater.
I thought about mind controlling women, like people that like hypnotize and stuff for sex or whatever. I don't think I could ever get into that. I think in order for me to get into the woman, she has to be into me first. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, I couldn't have some mindless zombie, like some...
Yeah, because if I don't even think you need mindless zombies, like, you just need to make cloning legal, because, I mean, imagine, like, you got a few grand saved up and you could buy a clone of, whoever your favorite actress is or whatever. It would just be ridiculous, because it wouldn't be that person. It would just be, like, their physical form, and it's like a real doll,
Yeah. All right, well, on a final note, I'm going to ask this question. Would you fuck yourself, Juice? That's a yes. Matt?
No, it's not.
Myself now or myself like 10 years ago?
Yourself now. Would you fuck yourself now?
Fuck.
No? Steve?
No. I'm an ugly motherfucker.
You're asking me?
Yeah, would you fuck yourself?
If I was a girl, would I fuck me?
No. Would you fuck yourself if you could clone yourself? All right. Well, I would fuck myself. And this is it for the Mammal After Dark.
Go fuck yourself.
So I hope you go fuck yourself too. And you guys have a good evening.
Off is the direction in which we want you to fuck.
All right, gentlemen, have a good evening.
Good night.
You too, man. Talk to you later.
You're listening to Mammal After Dark, Madcast.